Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I wanted to come up here and share some things that was on my mind tonight that was very near and dear to my heart. I won't be before you long. Um, so I first want to ask you guys, how's your week? Today's Thursday. How is your week going? How is everything in Virginia? Are you guys liking the snow? We're in the Hampton Roads area. Let me know. Leave me some comments. But today I'm going to jump right in and we're going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. You all know when I created the Khalilah Connection, I thought about you guys in mind. I wanted to build a safe space and I also wanted to build a community where I could better serve you guys and I could create a safe space and we could come over here and we can talk about things and talk about different topics and scenarios and you feel comfortable with discussing it. So today I want to talk about mental health space. I want to ask you, how's your mental health? It's 2025. It's the beginning of the year. And how are you guys doing mentally, emotionally? How are you all doing? And if you're not doing so well, right, in a mental health space or if something's bothering you, I want to encourage you to seek out help. And to, especially those of you who have insurance, then seek out help and seek out a mental health counselor. And I also want to talk about how so many people think that you have to have some type of certain kinds of mental health in order to go see a mental health counselor, not knowing that seeking out a mental health counselor and actually going to therapy and counseling sessions is actually normal and it's actually healthy for you. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to feel ashamed. It's probably so many people that go and see a mental health counselor that you're not even aware of. You'd be surprised, but mental health is actually important and seeing a counselor is even actually more important. With that being said, if anything is bothering you, anything, any type of relationship dynamic, it could be work-related stress, and a relationship doesn't have to be boyfriend or girlfriend, any type of relationship dynamics, go see a counselor. If something's bothering you, talk to someone. I'll share an experience with you really quick. With me, the first time I ever went to therapy was 2007. I was working for a company and I went on I was on FMLA for work-related stress. And my doctor had recommended therapy, psychotherapy for me, right? To go talk to someone. And he recommended this particular therapist. And I remember going in for my first appointment. And as soon as he laid eyes on me, as soon as I sat down, I hadn't even been in the office for 60 seconds. He was like, "You're going back to work in 2 weeks." And I was like, "Okay." But I was sitting in my head, "No, I'm not." But anyway, I was like, "Oh." So anyway, we got to talking, we had a great relationship and a great bond, but I always thought it was funny that early on, initially, he was like, "You're going back to work in 2 weeks." I guess he looked at me and didn't think I needed counseling or that I had problems. But, you have so many people that, I won't go there, but you have so many people that, go out on work-related leave and, sometimes an opinion is formed. But I'm like, "No, sir. I really we can talk." So guess what? Once I opened my mouth and start talking him to death, it's funny because he was putting me out, y'all. Every session after that, he was putting me out. "Okay, Khalilah, we're at 50 minutes. I'm sitting in my head, "I thought you thought I ain't had no problems. You said I was going back to work in 2 weeks." He was easily convinced after that. So, and he found me interesting, but we had a great relationship. But one thing I do want to share with you, he did tell me, and this was almost 11 years ago now, and I wish I would have listened. But you're young and you think, no, that was way more than 11 years ago. Hold on. That was a long time ago. That was longer than that. That was maybe about 15, 16 years ago. He told me that if a company was stressing you out to leave, he said no amount of money was worth your happiness or worth the stress. But you got bills. That's why it's important to get out of debt. you got a mountain of debt. You say in your head, Lord, I can't, And you can, because you could really go look for something easier, but comfort zone, they say your comfort zone is your kill zone. You don't really feel like going to look for nothing. The money is coming in and everything was fine, but he was right. No company is worth your stress. And we're not here to beat up on companies or work-related stress. I was just telling you about my personal testimony, what I had gone through and what my counselor said, word to the wise. So I'm saying all of that to say that was pivotal information and vital information for me, that it was really necessary for me to act on back then, and I didn't. But some things you can't handle on your own. So you need someone. You need to go in and you need to talk to someone, and stop thinking that you can handle everything yourself, because you can't. We don't always have the mental capacity, and all the time, but our thinking may not be right. We could be right. The Bible says there is a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end road leads to death, right? We know that God speaks in parables, so it's not limited to that one scenario. But hey, I feel like this situation could fit that, because we could be right in our own eyes. We can only see life from our own perspective in our own world. So our thoughts are skewed by what we think and what we've been exposed to. And so it's good to have another party come in and talk to you and look at the situation from an outside view, in a non-biased party that has the educational background to be able to give you facts and the truth about your situation. I have some people who have sought out counseling and they've stated that the counselor didn't work for them. I want to encourage you, don't give up. You can always go and continue to visit and go to different counselors. You don't want to keep hopping, but if it's not a good fit for you and you honestly know that you don't connect with that counselor, it's nothing wrong with going to see another counselor till you find the one that works for you. I mean, it's your insurance. You are paying for it, and you want to be effective. Nobody wants to be in counseling and you're uncomfortable or you're not getting what you need, as long as you're putting the work in. And you can't go in there with no attitude, getting an attitude about every little thing, and then your feelings, and getting attitude with a counselor. You got to be willing to be stretched and grow. So my whole point is, yes, take care of your mental health, because we got some goals that we want to achieve in 2025. And a lot of things, everything starts in the mind. And we can't be effective if we're not mentally well. So take care of your mental health. It was good talking to you guys, and I will see you all back at it on tomorrow. I am excited about some things, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Have a good night. Follow me on X at Kingdom_Chick, Instagram, Khalilah Speaks, and TikTok, connected_2_the_vine. You guys have a good night. Bye.